I was drunk on my wedding night. My CEO husband was tangled up with his mistress in our marital bed. I went live globally, and his reputation was ruined. My wedding night, it's insane. My husband sent me straight to hell with a poisoned glass. Little did he know, my eyes for revenge were already wide open. He tossed my drunken, limp body on the cold floor of the guest room. He turned and embraced his true love. Rolling around, tangled up on my rose-covered wedding bed. They laughed and flirted without a single care, mocking me as the fool clinging to a position I didn't deserve, scheming on how to drain me dry and then make me leave with nothing. My reputation in ruins. I pressed my ear to the crack in the door, listening to their indulgence over and over. I counted to 7. Then I wiped my tears, with hands trembling yet resolute. Hands trembling yet resolute. I tapped to start the global live stream on my phone. Zhou Jingxian, Ling Weiwei. Your disgusting show deserves a global audience. My head was splitting, like 1,000 needles stabbing at once. My stomach churned, a burning liquid surging up my throat. Burning, leaving a coppery, bloody taste. I struggled up. But my limbs were weak, as if all the bones had been removed. I could only lie there, a pathetic mess, stuck to the cold marble floor of the guest room. The chill seeped through my thin silk gown. Thread by thread, it crept in, setting off wave after wave of shivers. Just a few hours earlier, I was wearing that priceless wedding dress. Hand-stitched by a master designer. My arm linked through Zhou Jingxuan's. Standing in the center of the city's most exclusive hotel ballroom. Crystal chandeliers cast dazzling light upon us. As if crowning this the wedding of the century. Below were 1,000 guests. Political and business elites. Media reporters too. Their gazes were filled with envy and well wishes. And perhaps, scrutiny and calculation I hadn't noticed. Zhou Jingxian held my hand then. His grip was gentle yet firm. He turned to the crowd. His handsome face radiant with flawless, deep affection. His voice carried by the microphone to every corner. Today, in the presence of our dearest family and friends, I, Zhou Jingxian, finally married my love, Xingziyi. I swear from this day forward, I will use everything I have to cherish and protect her. I will never let her suffer the slightest grievance. In that moment, my eyes grew hot. My heart overflowed with immense happiness. I thought I had journeyed over mountains and rivers. And finally reached the other shore of love. The other shore of love. The Xing family isn't an empire like Zhou's, entrenched for generations. But we are a respectable family of scholars, clean and honorable. My father is a highly respected university professor. My mother, an elegant pianist. And I myself graduated from a top university through my own hard work. In everyone's eyes, including my own back then, this marriage was a perfect match, a union of equals. A brilliant pairing. For this grand, spectacular wedding, my parents spent nearly half their life savings, bustling for months. Just so their only daughter could have a glorious send-off. The start of a happy life. Who could have imagined that behind this peak of splendor lay the filthiest betrayal and scheming? At the evening banquet, Zhou Jingxian was acting strangely. Unlike his usual self, he didn't shield me from the toasts. Instead, he personally brought glass after glass to my lips, insisting I drink. That gentle smile was still on his face. But in his eyes, there was a hard, unyielding insistence. It's our big day. Be happy, have a drink. Don't ruin the mood, he whispered. His voice a mix of coaxing and pressure. At first, I thought he was just overjoyed on this special day. I humored him. But gradually, the alcohol hit me hard. My vision started to blur. The noisy chatter around me sounded muffled, like I was underwater. I tugged his sleeve, pleading weakly, Jingxian. I really can't drink anymore. I'm so dizzy, I need to rest. The warmth vanished from his face in an instant, replaced by a coldness and impatience I'd never seen before. Without another word, he grabbed my nearly limp body, holding me up in what looked like an intimate embrace. But his steps headed straight not for our master suite, but towards a remote guest room at the end of the hallway. A sliver of remaining consciousness told me something was wrong. I struggled, clutching at his clothes, slurring. This isn't our room. You're too drunk. Sober up here. Don't wander off. His voice was ice cold, devoid of all warmth, tinged even with a hint of disgust. With that, he mercilessly shook off my hand, shoved me into the room. I stumbled and fell to the floor. He didn't even bother closing the door properly. Just left it slightly ajar, a crack of light. He turned and walked away, his footsteps fading fast. I tried to call out to him, but my throat felt strangled. No sound came out. Darkness, like a tide, swallowed my last shred of awareness. I don't know how long passed. I was jolted awake by the sound of intimate whispers. The voices weren't loud, but in the remote guest room silence. The sound wasn't loud, but in the remote guest room silence. And that door left slightly ajar. Came through with crystal clear clarity. It was Ling Weiwei. That woman who always clung to Zhou Jingshuan's side. Playing the childhood sweetheart, the little sister act. Her voice was a sickening, syrupy drip. Jingxian, you're so bad. Tonight is your wedding night with Sister Ziyi. You just left her in the guest room. Aren't you afraid she'll find out and get mad? Then Zhou Jingshuan's voice followed. Laced with undisguised adoration and contempt. The adoration was for Ling Weiwei. The contempt was for me. What right did she have to be angry? She's just a trophy wife for public display. If it weren't for placating the old fossils on the board. And if you hadn't graduated yet, I'd never have married her. In my heart, the only one who deserves the title Mrs. Zhou has always been you. Weiwei, then you'll have to treat me even better from now on. Ling Weiwei giggled, a sharp, mocking sound. Or else I'll spill about tonight. Let the whole city know. That CEO Zhou cheated on his wedding night. Dumping his new bride in a guest room. Don't worry, Zhou Jingxian chuckled low. I'd never let you be wronged. This marriage bed was always meant to be ours. The sickening sound of heavy breathing and mocking laughter followed. And the slick, wet sounds of bodies colliding. My blood rushed to my head, then instantly froze solid. A bone-deep chill spread from my feet to my entire body. What churned in my gut wasn't the alcohol anymore, but pure, unadulterated disgust and rage. I bit down on my lip. Hard enough to break the skin, the taste of iron flooding my mouth. But this physical pain was nothing. It's nothing compared to my heart being ripped out. I struggled, mustering every last ounce of strength. Inching toward the door like a dying insect. My eye pressed against that narrow crack. Staring into what should have been my bridal suite. The sight that met me made my pupils constrict. My blood seemed to stop flowing. My pristine white wedding dress, the symbol of happiness and purity, was tossed on the expensive rug like trash. Tangled with it was Ling Weiwei's sexy red dress. Entangled together. And on that wedding bed draped in crimson silk, and strewn with rose petals, Zhou Jingxian and Ling Weiwei were tangled up naked. Their movements were shameless, their expressions intoxicated. Zhou Jingxian kissed Ling Weiwei's sweaty forehead. His tone one of a tenderness and intimacy I had never heard before. My Weiwei is still the best. 100 times better than that frigid, unresponsive Xing Ziyi. She doesn't even know how to have fun. Ling Weiwei wrapped her arms around his neck, letting out a smug, light laugh. Of course, Jingxian. You should have seen it sooner. That Xing Ziyi, always putting on airs. That bookish nerd has no idea what passion is. She only married you for the Zhou family's money and influence. What a hypocrite. I listened to every poisonous word of their slander. Watched every disgusting movement they made. An invisible hand twisted my heart. I couldn't breathe from the pain. All those sweet memories. All his seemingly thoughtful gestures. My parents' praise and trust in him. And this wedding that drained my entire family's energy. It was all just an elaborate lie. He never loved me from the start. Marrying me was just a stepping stone for Ling Weiwei. A way to secure his position at the Zhou group. Tears flooded my eyes. But I quickly wiped them away with the back of my cold hand. What's the use of crying? Will tears turn back time? Will they make this betrayal by these two scumbags disappear? Will they spare my parents the heartbreak and shame? No. I took a deep breath. I forced myself out of the despair and rage. The more desperate the situation, the calmer I need to be. The dizziness was still overwhelming, but my mind was suddenly, sharply clear. I reached into the hidden pocket of my gown. My phone lit up with unread messages. From Mom. You must be exhausted, sweetheart. Get some rest. Enjoy your wedding night. Mom and Dad love you forever. Reading those few words, guilt and fury burned in me. I can't just give up. I won't let myself suffer this ultimate humiliation. And I absolutely cannot let my parents' love and effort become the laughingstock of everyone's gossip. The obscene sounds from the bridal suite continued. They had no shame. As if I, his legal wife, never even existed. I counted, coldly. Once, twice, 3 times, until the 7th. Only then did the commotion inside finally begin to subside. Only heavy breaths and lazy giggles remained. Jingxian, you're so bad. You went on for so long. I feel like I'm falling apart. Ling Weiwei's voice was husky and sultry. If you're tired, sleep. I'll stay with you tomorrow. Zhou Jingshuan's voice was also weary. But his tone was still gentle. As for Xing Ziyi, don't worry, I'll handle her. I won't let her disturb us. How does he plan to handle me? Keep me as a trophy wife? Until he and Ling Weiwei are ready to kick me to the curb? Or use something even more vicious to make me disappear? I let out a silent, cold laugh. My fingers swiped quickly across the cold phone screen. I opened an app I'd almost forgotten about, a live streaming platform. The wedding planners suggested I download it for behind-the-scenes moments. Who would have thought? It would become my deadliest weapon now. I selected the global public mode, adjusted the camera angle, and placed the phone securely by the door, hidden in a spot with a perfect view. The screen clearly showed the bedroom inside. The entwined naked figures, the clothes scattered everywhere. After setting it all up, I quietly retreated, curled in the guest room's darkest corner, hugging my knees. Like a calm observer, I watched intently. As the live stream interface flickered on my phone screen. At first, only a handful of random viewers stumbled into the stream. Someone asked curiously what this place was. A new adult channel? Someone joked. The actors are really into it. But the set looks so real, a bridal suite? I didn't respond. I just waited in silence. Waited for dawn. Waited for this scandal to explode. Waited for Zhou Jingxian and Ling Weiwei to pay the price for trampling on marriage and decency. The guest room was silent. Only the faint blue glow from the phone screen. And the steady breathing sounds from next door. I leaned against the cold wall, wide awake. Images flooded my mind uncontrollably. His hypocritical wedding vows, his casual mentions. His deep bond with Ling Weiwei, like she was just a sister. Every time Ling Weiwei saw me. That seemingly innocent smile that hid a taunt. Every detail was now a poisoned blade stabbing my heart. And it only hardened my resolve for revenge. Zhou Jingxian, Ling Weiwei. The pain and humiliation you've heaped on me. I'll pay you back with interest. This live stream is just the start. This is just the beginning of my revenge, Xing Ziyi. The glow from my phone screen lights up my expressionless face. That light is cold, just like my heart right now. I'm curled up in a corner. My eyes are glued to the live stream interface, unblinking. The viewer count starts to climb slowly, from dozens to hundreds. Comments are buzzing. Is this real, not a movie set? I don't see any cameras, just one fixed angle. Holy crap, that guy looks so familiar. Isn't that Zhou Jingxian, the young CEO of the Zhou Group? Wasn't he getting married today? The bride was a Shang, I think. Who's the one in bed with him then? This is huge. Zhou Jingxian cheating on his wedding night? If it's really him, who's the girl in his bed? The mistress? Where's the bride? She got played. Seeing people recognize Zhou Jingxian. A cold smile curls at the corner of my mouth. Yes, that's him. The man who, just hours ago, in front of everyone, made vows of eternal love to me. Now he's holding another woman. Sleeping soundly in our marriage bed. I reach out and turn my phone's volume all the way up. Not to hear their snores, but to make sure even the slightest shift, the faintest murmur, is transmitted crystal clear through the live stream. Time passes in the dead silence. The European-style clock in the guest room ticks with a steady rhythm. Each tick hammers against my taut nerves. No longer a countdown to pain, but an overture to revenge. I touch the ID card tucked close to my body. And a few important bank cards. These are what I managed to find. With a last bit of strength, I dug through my evening clutch. Tossed in the corner. Clutching my ID. The last trace of panic in my heart is crushed. Suddenly, a rustling sound comes from the master bedroom. I freeze, my eyes locked on the screen. I see Ling Weiwei roll over, wrapping herself around Zhou Jingxian like an octopus. In a dreamy mumble, she says, "Jingshuan Ji, tomorrow. You have to make it clear to that wooden block Xing Ziyi. Make her get lost. I want to move in. I want to be the rightful Mrs. Zhou." Zhou Jingxian, half asleep, grunts impatiently. Patting her back, he mumbles, "I know, I'll handle it tomorrow. Now stop it and go to sleep." "No, I won't." Ling Weiwei's voice takes on a tearful whine. Expert acting. I'm scared you'll change your mind. Her dad has connections. He could be useful to your Zhou family, you might want to keep her." Zhou Jingxian seems to be roused a bit more by her nagging. His voice is dripping with disgust and impatience. A woman who's as lifeless as a dead fish in bed. Just the thought makes me sick. Once he signs that project contract he's working on, he's served his purpose. I'll divorce him. Let's see how the Xing family keeps their face in our circles then. Leaving with nothing, to humiliate my family completely. Zhou Jingxian, you've really thought this through, haven't you? My fists clench so tight my nails dig into my palms. The sharp pain keeps me razor sharp, utterly clear-headed. But the hatred inside me is spreading like wildfire. By now, the live stream chat is going absolutely insane. Viewer count is skyrocketing, already past 100K in a blink. Comments are flying so fast you can barely read them. It's confirmed. That's him. Zhou Jingxian. The voice matches. My world is shattered. He was professing his love this afternoon. He calls his wife a dead fish with his mistress? Vile. And scheming to use her family's project to leave her with nothing? The bride, Xing Ziyi, is so pitiful. Drugged, dumped in a guest room, and plotted against like this. Does anyone know where the bride is? Is she safe? Is she in danger? Zhou Jingxian, go to hell. That scumbag, and that homewrecker, they sound like trash. Seeing those comments full of genuine concern flooding in. A faint, almost imperceptible warmth flickers in my heart. But it's instantly smothered by an even colder wave of hatred. I already had my breakdown. The moment I witnessed that filthy scene with my own eyes, all that's left in me now is revenge. A terrifying clarity. I pick up my phone, exit the live stream, and quickly log into several of my main social media accounts. Silently, I share the link to the live stream room. No caption. Just a single, lonely period. Like a cold full stop. Or a massive cliffhanger. I'm going to make this fire burn even brighter. Set the internet ablaze. Then, I open my gallery. It's still filled with photos from today's wedding. In them, I'm wearing a pristine white wedding dress. Nestled against Zhou Jingxian's side, beaming with radiant happiness. And Zhou Jingxian is looking down at me. His gaze so tender it could drown a person. What a sick joke. I select the most representative of these photos and post them too. The caption is short but packs a punch, the wedding of the century. Together forever. Nothing but a meticulously planned, dirty business deal. Post sent. I close the social media apps. I won't dwell on the tsunami of chaos I've just unleashed. My focus snaps back to the live stream. The viewer count has blown past 500,000 and is still skyrocketing. On the trending charts, Zhou Jingxian cheats on wedding night. Zhou Jingxian and Ling Weiwei, Xing Ziyi betrayed. And terms like Zhou Group are rocketing up the list, instantly claiming the top spots. Each one is followed by a terrifying, blazing hot tag. Right in the eye of this online hurricane. My phone screen lights up. A text message. From my mother-in-law. Zhao Monli, Zhou Jingxuan's mother. Where are you? Why aren't you in the bridal suite? Jingxian said you drank too much and were resting. But he's not answering his phone. Is everything okay? Looking at this message that feigns concern. but is probably full of probes. I give a bitter smirk. That high society lady has always looked down on me, thinking I married above my station. She's polite for appearances and business. Now, if she finds out her precious son's dirty little secret is public knowledge for the whole world to see, will she be scrambling to cover it up in a rage? Will she blame me in fury? I don't reply. I just set it to silent and toss the phone aside. I want nothing to do with anyone from the Zhou family right now. I just want to wait quietly. Wait for dawn. Wait for Zhou Jingxian to discover his world has collapsed. Wait to savor the look on his face. Outside the window, the inky black sky slowly fades to deep blue. Then a pale, sickly gray. A sliver of weak morning light dares to peek through a gap in the heavy curtains, falling on the guest room's polished floor, offering no warmth. In the bridal suite, Zhou Jingxian stirs. He stretches, slowly opening his eyes. Out of habit, he looks down at Ling Weiwei in his arms, a doting smile naturally curling his lips. He reaches out to ruffle her hair. Ling Weiwei wakes from his movement, snuggling sleepily into his chest. Jingxuan, good morning, she coos. Zhou Jingxuan's voice is rough with sleep, but still tender. Get up, sweetheart. Get ready. Xingzi might come looking soon. Better she doesn't see you here. Ling Weiwei pouts, displeased. No. I want her to see me. I want her to know who the most important person in your heart really is. Don't mess around. Zhou Jingxuan's voice dropped low, carrying an air of unquestionable authority. It's not the right time yet. Once the final agreement for that Xing family project is signed, I'll make sure you enter this family with all the glory you deserve. If you mess this up, can you handle it? Ling Weiwei was startled by his stern tone. Pouting and hurt, she didn't dare say another word. Seeing this, Zhou Jingxian softened his voice to coax her a bit more. He got up and dressed slowly. I watched his unhurried movements on the screen, as if the sordid betrayal that lasted until the early hours last night never happened. As if he was still that impeccably dressed, deeply devoted business elite, a hypocrite to the bone. Just as he picked up his phone from the nightstand, seemingly about to call me, his movements froze abruptly. The lazy warmth on his face instantly iced over and shattered, replaced by utter shock and disbelief. He stared dead at the phone screen. His fingers began to tremble uncontrollably. The color visibly drained from his face, turning it deathly pale. I knew what he saw. He saw those trending hashtags with the captions. He saw the millions of comments under the live stream link. He saw those disgraceful clips of his live stream. Zhou Jingxuan's head snapped up. Those eyes always full of schemes or fake tenderness now held nothing but pure panic and rage. His gaze swept the room like a frantic searchlight. Panicked, out of control. It found my phone by the door. His pupils contracted to pinpricks. The live stream viewer count had just broken 1 million. Comments surged like a tidal wave. He's figured it out. I think he sees the camera. Ha 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 ha. Look at the cheater. Serves him right. Where's Miss Xingzi? Is she safe? What about Zhou Group stock? Is it about to crash? Zhou Jingxian shot up from the bed. He lunged for the door in his robe. He snatched up the phone hidden in the corner. Its screen still warm from my long recording. With the phone still warm. When he saw the still scrolling live comments on the screen. When he saw that terrifying viewer count. It was like he'd been hit by a high-voltage shock. A short, horrified gasp escaped him. The phone slipped from his nerveless fingers with a sharp clack. Screen shatters, cracks spiderweb. But he can't care about the phone anymore. He just stares blankly at the shattered pieces on the ground. His whole body trembles violently, his lips quivering. But he can't form a single coherent word. Ling Weiwei is terrified by his strange behavior. She runs over in her robe, grabbing his arm. Jingxian, what's wrong? What happened? Why did you drop your phone? Zhou Jingxian violently shakes her off. The force is so strong it sends Ling Weiwei stumbling, almost falling. He points at the shattered phone on the floor. His voice is twisted and distorted by sheer terror and rage. What happened? How dare you even ask? Last night? What we did last night was live streamed to the whole world. The entire world saw it. Are you happy now? Live streamed? Ling Weiwei's face instantly turns, even paler than Zhou Jingxuan's. She drops to her knees, scrambling for the phone. But the shattered screen is pitch black. She looks up. Her eyes filled with utter, soul-crushing panic. Impossible. How could there be a live stream? Who was it? Was it Xing Ziyi? It had to be him. That bastard. Hearing my name. Zhou Jingxian seems suddenly awakened. A terrifying, murderous light erupts in his bloodshot eyes. He spins around like a provoked beast, charging toward the guest room where I am. My heart tightens. Instinctively, I shrink back, pressing myself deeper into the shadows of the corner. But I don't look away. My gaze remains locked on the screen of my backup phone. That's right. I had another phone ready. A spare, fully functional, kept hidden on me this whole time. They found my main phone, but the live stream and the recording, they were already running on my backup. Bang! The guest room door slams open under Zhou Jingxuan's force. He stands in the doorway, chest heaving. His gaze, like poisoned daggers, sweeps frantically across the room. Finally, it lands dead on me. Expressionless, curled in the corner, our eyes meet. In his, a tidal wave of fury, panic, disbelief, and a pathetic, lingering shred of the need for control. I just stare back coldly. My eyes are a frozen lake, not a ripple of emotion. Zhou Jingxian storms over to me in a few strides. Looming above, he grabs the collar of my shirt, yanking me roughly to my feet. He roars, Xing Ziyi. Was it you? Did you do this? You venomous snake. You dared to live stream it? You destroyed me and the Zhou family. It's suffocating, but I don't struggle. I just look at him with those cold, calm eyes. My voice is hoarse from a sleepless night on the cold floor. Yet it's unnervingly clear and firm. So what if I did? You and Ling Weiwei did it 7 times on my wedding night. In my own marriage bed. Were you afraid people would find out? Zhou Jingxian is furious, his eyes bulging with rage. He raises his hand as if to hit me. But in the end, the slap doesn't land. Maybe a shred of reason remains. Or maybe it's the fearless ice in my eyes that stops him. His other hand tightens its grip on my collar even more. He practically hisses through gritted teeth, his voice low and venomous. Xing Ziyi, aren't you afraid I'll ruin your precious Xing family? Go down with you? Drag them all to ruin? I let out a scornful laugh. Summoning all my strength, I shove his restraining hand away. Staggering back a couple of steps, I steady myself and lift my chin. I meet his bloodshot eyes head-on, my words falling sharp and clear, like shards of ice. Zhou Jingxian, you have the nerve to mention the Xing family's reputation? You got me drunk on our wedding night, dumped me in a guest room like trash, and took your little mistress to roll around in our marriage bed. Did you spare a single thought for my family's face then? When you were scheming to use my father's connections and then throw me out with nothing, destroy my name. Did the words dignity or face even exist for the Zhou family? I take a step forward, my presence somehow overwhelming his rage. Wife. From the moment you brought Ling Weiwei into our wedding suite, you lost any right to that word. Those 7 times? Each one is proof nailed to your own pillar of shame. And fuel for me to get my payback. Zhou Jingxuan's face pales, then flushes with anger. He's speechless. He can't find a retort. Just then, Ling Weiwei follows him in. Seeing me, she shrieks like a cat whose tail's been stepped on. Xing Ziyi, I knew it was you. You conniving tch. You're vicious and scheming. You think this little stunt will make Jingxian stay with you? Dream on. He loves me. It will always be me. I can't even be bothered to look at her. I pull out the backup phone I'd hidden on me and tap the screen. I pull up the clearest saved recording from last night. I turn the screen towards them, my voice icy. See for yourselves. Take a good, long look at your masterpiece. Once, twice. Again and again, every single lovey-dovey word you whispered. Every insult, every scheme, every filthy move. It's all captured here, crystal clear. Need me to jog your memory? How you said I was like a dead fish in bed. How you plotted to make me leave with nothing? The high-def screen assaults their senses with disgusting images and vile, explicit words. A double whammy of filth. Zhou Jingxian and Ling Weiwei watch the video. The color draining from their faces, leaving them ashen. Zhou Jingxian lunges, tries to snatch my phone. I saw it coming. I pull back fast, clutching it tight to my chest. Don't waste your energy, Zhou Jingxian. The replay's already viral. The hashtags are trending. You can smash this phone. I have backups. Multiple copies, stored in different clouds. Set on timed release. Even if you kill me right here. When the clock ticks, this evidence will auto-send to every major news outlet's inbox. It'll reach the police, tax, and commerce bureaus. You and the Zhou family will never hold your heads up again. My words shatter his last shred of hope. He staggers back, slamming hard against the cold wall. He grabs his head, lets out a raw, desperate howl, a trapped animal. Everything he built, his wealth, his status, his reputation. In just one night. I've torn it all down, in the most brutal, direct way possible. Ling Weiwei has already collapsed on the floor, sobbing. She just covers her face, wailing, Jingxian Ji, what do we do? What do we do now? How can we ever show our faces again? Will the Zhou group collapse? The mention of the Zhou group makes Zhou Jingxuan's head snap up. A flicker of insane fury flashes in his eyes. He latches onto this last straw, glaring at me with pure hatred. Xingzi, I'm warning you. Delete it all. Right now. Every video, every stream record. Go public, apologize, claim mental instability, that you faked it. Or else, you and your parents die horribly. Die horrible deaths? It's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I even let out a soft, genuine laugh. Zhou Jingxian, look at yourself. Just look. Check the trending topics. Read the tsunami of hate online. Check Zhou Group's stock, it's already bottomed out. Do you really think you're in any position to threaten me? Go ahead, lay a finger on me. I promise you, the very next second, all the evidence of the Zhou Group's tax evasion, illegal fundraising. It'll land right where it belongs. And you, your mother. The entire Zhou family will end up exactly where you deserve. As if to prove my point. Zhou Jingxuan's phone screen, shattered on the floor, suddenly let out a piercing ringtone. It was his special, custom ringtone. He lunged for it like a drowning man grabbing a rope, snatching it up and answering with trembling hands. Before he could even speak, his terrified assistant's voice, panicked and incoherent, came crackling through the broken speaker. It echoed starkly in the silent room. Mr. Zhou, it's bad. Stock crashed it open. We've lost billions. The banks are calling in our loans. Major partners are sending termination letters. The Tax Bureau and the Commerce Bureau are in the lobby. Media swarming. Get back now. The company can't hold on. Plummeted, terminated, Tax Bureau. His phone slipping from his grasp again. Thudding dully onto the carpet. It was as if his spine had been ripped out. He slid down the wall, collapsing to the floor, his eyes hollow. Not a trace of his former arrogance remained. It's over. He knew it was all over. The live stream viewers had surged past 2 million. Comments, serves him right. Burn Zhou Group. Support Xingzi's divorce. Make him leave with nothing. I watched Zhou Jingxian, slumped on the floor, like a beaten dog. And Ling Weiwei beside him, just crying and shaking. The cold flame of vengeance burned quietly in my heart. But it wasn't enough. Not nearly enough. Just then, the rapid click-clack of high heels approached, followed by Zhao Manli's shrill, panicked cry. Jingxian, where are you? What on earth is happening? The company. She burst into the room and froze at the chaotic scene. Her son, a broken shell on the floor. Ling Weiwei, disheveled and sobbing nearby. And me, standing coldly in the corner. A phone clutched tightly in my hand. Zhao Manli's face instantly drained of color. She stared in disbelief at Zhou Jingxian. Then whirled to face me, her fury a physical force. Her eyes promised to tear me apart. Shang Zi. It's you, isn't it? You did this. I knew you were trouble. How dare you use such vicious tricks to hurt Jingxian? To ruin our Zhou family. You're a curse. A walking disaster. I met her venomous glare without flinching. Mrs. Zhao. Get your facts straight. It was your son, on our wedding night, who got his lawful wife drunk and dumped her in the guest room. Then he took that homewrecker and screwed 7 times in my marriage bed. He's the one who kept saying he'd use the Xing family and then make me leave with nothing. He's the one who's been lying and scheming from the very start. I just revealed the truth. Your Zhou family humiliated yourselves. Don't blame the mirror. Zhao Manli was so choked with rage she could barely breathe. She pointed a trembling, manicured finger right at my face. Fine. You just wait, Xingzi. The Zhou family will remember this. You just wait. I softly repeated those 2 words. A cold, mirthless smile touched my lips. Good. I'll wait. I'll wait and watch the Zhou group's empire come crashing down. I'll wait to see your whole family fall from the clouds into the mud. With that, I ignored the room full of shattered, desperate people. I clutched my burner phone tightly. It held the evidence, the smoking gun. I walked straight for the door without looking back. At the threshold, I paused, still facing away. My voice was clear, carrying to every corner of the guest room, and captured by the still recording app on my phone. Zhou Jingxian, Ling Weiwei, Mrs. Zhao, the game has only just begun. What you owe me, what you owe the Xing family. I will take it all back. With interest. You'd better be ready. Behind me, sobs and curses mingled with Ling Weiwei's even shriller wails. And then, Zhou Jingshuan's ragged, animal-like gasps for air. But I shut all that noise behind the door. The hallway carpet was thick, swallowing every sound. Only the sconces cast a soft, cold light. I walked toward the elevator on the polished, mirror-like floor. My wedding gown was stained with dust from the guest room floor. My hair was a mess, my makeup long gone. I didn't care. The elevator's mirrored doors reflected my figure. Disheveled, but with my spine straight. My eyes held a clarity and resolve I'd never known before. From the moment Zhou Jingxian discarded me like trash, on that cold floor, that Xingzi, the one who believed in love, who obeyed his every word, she was dead. The one who survived crawled back from hell. Xingzi is here for payback. Elevator down. I got my phone. Stopped recording, checked socials. Top 10 trends. Were all dominated by topics related to the Zhou family. Zhou Jingshuan's live-streamed affair. Zhou group stock hitting the limit down. Ling Weiwei the mistress. Xingzi's counterattack. Each one followed by that blazing red-hot tag. The official Zhou group social media account's comment section had already been overrun by furious netizens demanding answers. Demanding that Zhou Jingxian get the hell out of the company, the outcry was deafening. I took a deep breath and started coldly planning my next moves, step by step. First, contact my parents. Had to get to them before the gossip storm got even worse. Tell them the truth myself, no matter how brutal. Better from me than twisted from others. Second, gather all the evidence. The live stream recording. Zhou Jingxian and Ling Weiwei's chat logs. I'd been smart about it. When he wasn't looking. Synced his phone. Hotel footage. I have to get witness statements about him forcing drinks on me. Everything needs to form an unbreakable chain of evidence. Third, hire the best divorce lawyer. Not just for the divorce. He'll leave with nothing. Bigamy charge too. Him and Ling Weiwei as husband and wife possible. Plus, his threats against my safety. And him screwing Xing family interests. All of it. Fourth, protect my parents' safety. Zhou Jingxian is a cornered dog. And Zhao Monli is no saint either. Gotta be ready for them to go after my folks. With the plan clear. I felt a bit steadier. Walked out the hotel doors. The cool morning air hit my face, sharpening my focus. Hailed a cab. Gave the address to a high-end apartment I'd secretly rented before. That place was supposed to be my post-wedding private studio for painting. Now it's my temporary safe house. My war room. Cab, check trends. Firestorm still raging. The real-time chart of Zhou Group's stock price. Green line cliff drop, terrifying. Several major companies had already released statements announcing they were suspending or re-evaluating partnerships with Zhou Group. Wall crumbles, all kick. Bone breaks, hammers fall. The brutal reality of business was on full display. Right then, my burner phone vibrated. Mom flashed on the screen. My heart clenched. I steadied my breathing. Tried to make my voice sound calm, and answered. Z, honey. Mom's voice was as gentle as ever. You must be exhausted from last night. Take it easy today, no need to rush over for the homecoming visit. Sleep in. Unaware of her loving concern. My eyes instantly welled up. I fought back a sob, forcing my voice to sound light. Mom, I'm up. I'm fine. How are you and Dad? We're okay, just worried about you. Mom said, then her tone shifted slightly. Z, your voice sounds a little hoarse. Have you been crying? Or, did Zhou Jingxian do something to you? Her intuition caught my distress. I couldn't hold back. Tears streamed down my face, my voice trembling. Mom, Zhou Jingxian, he betrayed me. He got me drunk and dumped me in a guest room on our wedding night. Then he took another woman to our marriage bed. What? Mom's voice on the other end was one of utter shock, edging on a sharp cry. Z, what did you say? Impossible. There must be a misunderstanding. Mom, I wiped my tears, trying to steady my voice. I recorded it all. I streamed it live. The whole world knows now. He married me. He just wanted to use Dad's connections and that project. Once he gets what he wants, he'll divorce me. He'll make me leave with nothing. Dead silence on the line. Then, after a few seconds, Mom's voice broke into devastated sobs, followed by Dad's hurried, heavy footsteps and a furious roar. That bastard. That son of a bitch, Zhou Jingxian. Z, where are you? Are you safe? Dad's coming right now. I won't let that scum get away with this. Mom, Dad, calm down. Listen to me. I'm safe. I'm at a friend's place. Please, don't do anything rash. Don't go after Zhou Jingxian. He's a rabid dog. Confronting him puts you in danger. I've already called the police. I've contacted a lawyer. We need to use the law to protect ourselves. Dad was breathing heavily with rage on the other end. But, ever the rational scholar, he forced his anger down. His voice turned grim. Z, you're right. I let my anger cloud my judgment. You protect yourself. Keep all the evidence safe. Have you secured a lawyer? Do you need my help? I'm already working on it, Dad. Don't worry. Feeling their unconditional support and love. A weight lifted from my chest. You two be careful too lately. Try not to go out alone. I'm worried the Zhous might get desperate. Once I have things sorted here, I'll bring you over. I spent a while longer calming them down before hanging up. I wept silently in the car. Not from sadness, but release. It was the relief of knowing I had a solid support system behind me. The taxi stopped outside my apartment building. I paid and got out. I entered my secure apartment. The clean, bright interior design made my tightly wound nerves relax just a little. I went straight to the bathroom and took a long, hot shower, as if trying to wash away all the filth and chill from last night. Only after changing into comfortable loungewear did I feel like I was truly alive again. I sat down at the desk. I opened my laptop, connected to a backup device, and began systematically organizing the evidence. I copied the screen recording of the live stream replay onto 3 separate encrypted drives. One for the apartment safe, one for my lawyer, and one uploaded to an encrypted overseas cloud storage. I exported their vile chat logs, screenshotting and annotating the timeline. I highlighted their plan to get me drunk, sneak around, and scheme against Sheng. I marked the plot to leave me penniless. Then, I dialed the hotel manager's number. Last night, I had the foresight to note the name on the duty manager's badge. The call connected. Manager Wang's voice was filled with obvious caution and awkwardness. Miss Sheng, hello. Regarding last night's incident. The hotel apologized but called it private. Manager Wang, I cut him off. I calmly insisted, I understand. I need footage from the hall to the rooms. And my room in the wedding suite. This pertains to a potential criminal case. Zhou is suspected of intoxication and abandonment, followed by unlawful entry and violation. If the hotel refuses to provide it, I will have no choice but to include hotel management in the lawsuit, on grounds of negligent supervision and aiding criminal activity. I imagine your hotel would not want to gain a reputation as a breeding ground for crime, on top of his live-streamed affair, right? Manager Wang fell silent on the other end. The Zhou family scandal had already put this wedding venue hotel in the hot seat. A lawsuit on top of that. A moment later, he gave in, his voice strained. All right, Miss Sheng. I can give you the footage. But you must guarantee legal use only. Otherwise, solely for litigation. I guarantee. I agreed without hesitation. I got the surveillance footage. Zhou Jingxian forced me to drink and dragged me around. And the footage of him taking Ling Weiwei into the bridal suite will become another powerful piece of evidence. Securing the surveillance, I sought top divorce lawyers, and even nationwide. I needed a specialist for high net worth cases, especially those tangled up with corporate shares and assets. I locked onto lawyer Qin, a star in the field, known for being tough and exceptionally professional. I booked the earliest appointment possible. After all that, the sunlight outside the window had grown bright. I leaned back, closed my eyes, but my phone started vibrating nonstop again. Countless unknown numbers were calling. Some were from Zhou Jingxian, some from Ling Weiwei, some from Xiao Manli. Even distant Zhou relatives and executives messaged. I ignored them all, sending every single one straight to voicemail. I knew they were desperate, scared. They wanted to beg, to threaten, to salvage even the tiniest shred of their losses. But it was too late. When I opened social media again, the situation had taken another turn. Under immense pressure, Zhou Group had actually called an emergency press conference. On the live stream, Zhou Jingxian was wearing a sharp black suit, his hair perfectly combed. His face bore a carefully crafted look of exhaustion and gravity. Xiao Manli sat beside him, eyes red-rimmed, dabbing at the corners with a handkerchief every so often. 2 senior Zhou members were there, grim-faced. Zhou Jingxian faced the camera, his voice hoarse, an Oscar-worthy performance. Friends in the media, and all the netizens concerned about this matter, hello. Regarding the unverified videos and rumors about me that have been circulating online since yesterday, I am deeply hurt and outraged. They are completely maliciously edited, fact-distorting slander. My wife, Miss Xingzi, and I have always had a very good relationship. On our wedding night, we simply had a heated argument over some trivial matters. She left the bridal suite in a moment of emotional distress. I deeply regret and blame myself for that. The content in those videos was fabricated using camera angles and editing techniques, with the intent to smear my character, destroy my family, and damage the Zhou Group. Xiao Manli chimed in, dramatic. I know my son best. He's filial, upright, responsible. Impossible he'd do that. He's filial, upright, responsible. Impossible he'd do that. It's all Xingzi. She's the one with the evil heart, the schemer. She was never satisfied, even over dowry. She held a grudge and deliberately set up this whole trap. She wants to ruin Jingxian, to destroy the Zhou family. Our Zhou family treated her with genuine kindness. And who knew we'd bring a viper into our home? The Zhou family elders, with pained expressions, chime in, accusing me of being insatiable, a master manipulator, someone who would stop at nothing to get what she wants. Zhou Group reserves the right to sue me for defamation. The right to pursue legal action for slander. Watching their pathetic live stream, twisting the truth. I didn't get angry. I laughed. They're so stupid. And actually laughed. They're so stupid. In the face of the ironclad live stream video evidence, any of their excuses are just pathetic. It only makes them look even more ridiculous. Sure enough, the comments section of the press conference live stream is flooded with mockery and outrage. Fake and edited. Do they think we're all idiots? You can't fake that. Zhou Jingxian is a certified mama's boy. When things go wrong, he lets his mommy cry for him. This family is shameless through and through. Their son cheats, then they blame the daughter-in-law. Shengzi, girl, come out and slap them with the truth. I turn off the live stream. My fingers fly across the keyboard. It's time for the final blow. I log in. The follower count is skyrocketing. I compose a new post. The title is direct. A powerful rebuttal to the Zhou family's lies. Here is the evidence that cannot be faked. The post is divided into several parts. Part 1. I release the clearest clips from the recording, the ones showing their faces and dialogue clearly, but carefully edited to avoid overly explicit footage. The timestamps are precise, perfectly matching the live stream time. Part 2. 6 months worth of chat logs between Zhou Jingxian and Ling Weiwei. A long record showing their pet names for each other, their date plans, and their shared resentment and schemes against me. Especially their plans for the wedding night and kicking Xingzi out. And kicking Xingzi aside. I highlight these sections with glaring red circles. Part 3. I attach surveillance footage I just obtained from the hotel. The hotel logos are blurred out. The footage shows Zhou Jingxian supported an unsteady me to a guest room. And then, not long after, him walking with Ling Weiwei to the master suite. The timeline is airtight. Part 4. And this is the ace up my sleeve, saved for the very end. I released financial documents I discovered years ago by chance. They show Zhou Jingxian secretly transferring company assets, falsifying reports to inflate the stock price. I snapped photos of the key pages back then, just a gut feeling. Never dug deeper at the time. Plus, hints of his cozy ties with an official. Possible shady dealings there. That needs investigating, but I'm planting the seed first. I wrote about the internal financial situation at Zhou Group, and raised questions about the legality of Mr. Zhou Jingxuan's certain business practices. I believe the relevant authorities will be interested. Finally, I tagged the official Zhou Group account, Zhou Jingxian, Zhao Manli, and the Zhou family elders present at the press conference. And I ended with this cold, hard truth: a lie told 1,000 times is still a lie. Zhou Jingxian, Mrs. Zhao. See you in court. Also, I have formally retained lawyer Qin to file for divorce on grounds of Mr. Zhou Jingxuan's bigamy, fraud, coercion, malicious transfer of marital assets, and threats against me and my family, along with the corresponding civil lawsuits. Are you ready for your day in court? This post was like dropping ice water into boiling oil. No, like dropping a bomb into a raging fire. Instantly, reposts, comments, and likes surged by the millions. Public opinion, once muddied, cleared completely. And it triggered an even bigger tsunami. OMG, the chat logs are the smoking gun. They were together all along. And scheming against Xingzi the whole time. The security footage is out too. Zhou Jingxian totally got Xingzi drunk on purpose. Then took his mistress to the bridal suite. A monster. And the finances. Zhou Group is rotten to the core, just as I thought. Xingzi is a total boss. She played the long game. Every move was surgical. Left that scumbag nowhere to hide. I support Xingzi taking this all the way to court. Let Zhou Jingxian rot in jail. That pathetic Zhou Group press conference was barely halfway through when reporters started getting notifications about my post. The room erupted instantly. The reporter's questions immediately turned razor sharp. Mr. Zhou, Ms. Xingzi provided clear chat logs and hotel footage. How do you explain this? Mr. Zhou, in the logs you mentioned dealing with Xingzi after signing. What exactly did you mean by dealing with her? Mrs. Zhou, you previously accused Ms. Sheng of fabricating evidence. How do you explain this evidence now? How do you explain this evidence now? Is it true about the financial issues at Zhou Group? Press conference descends into chaos. Reporters are abandoning their seats. They're rushing backstage, trying to corner Zhou Jingxian. The live feed. On Zhou Jingxuan's ghostly pale face. And Zhao Monli's panicked expression. It's forcibly cut, but it's too late. The evidence I released is even more devastating than the previous live clips. They not only confirm Zhou Jingxuan's affair and malicious scheming, they're targeting the Zhou Group's foundation, its finances and business reputation. My phone rings. It's Lawyer Qin. His tone is full of admiration and excitement. Ms. Sheng, the materials you provided are absolutely crucial, especially the financial leads. I contacted the Economic Crimes Unit. They're showing a high level of interest. Also, the impact of your social media posts is massive. Public opinion is now completely on our side. For the divorce lawsuit, we're not just demanding he leaves with nothing. We can also claim a huge sum for emotional distress compensation, citing fraudulent marriage, and malicious damage to spousal rights. We can pursue his transferred assets. If the financial issues are confirmed, he could face charges. Thanks, Lawyer Qin. I say calmly. Proceed with the most aggressive legal stance possible. I don't just want a divorce. I want them to pay the painful price they deserve. Understood. Just after hanging up with Lawyer Qin, an unknown number calls again. I was about to hang up. But on a strange impulse, I answer and hit record. On the other end of the line, comes Ling Weiwei's shrill, hate-filled voice. A far cry from her usual sugary coo. Xingzi, you damned bitch. How dare you release those chat logs? You've ruined me. You've ruined Jingxuan GE. I'm telling you. I'm not letting you get away with this. I have dirt on you too. I'll ruin your reputation, make you suffer. I reply into the receiver, my voice flat. Ling Weiwei, what kind of dirt could you possibly have? You homewrecker who used your body in lies? Go ahead, release it. Let everyone see. Is it you fabricating evidence and adding to your slander charges? Or is it me, Xingzi, who actually has something to hide? But before you make a move, I'd suggest you consult a lawyer. Intimidation, threats, and slander. Let's see how many years that gets him. You. Ling Weiwei was left speechless by my icy calm. All she could manage were ragged, furious breaths. Finally, she shrieked, "You'll pay for this." And slammed the phone down. I saved the recording. Blocked the number. Ling Weiwei was no longer a threat. Just a rabid, defeated loser running on fumes. But her threat was a reminder. I couldn't let my guard down against Zhou Jingxuan's counterattack. With everything lost, they're more dangerous. Desperate. For the next few days, I laid low. I stayed in constant contact with Lawyer Qin by phone and online. Pushing the legal proceedings forward, step by step, I moved my parents to a more discreet place near my apartment, and tightened security. Zhou Group, under the weight of my evidence and the media frenzy. Stock hit limit down after investigations. Over 70% of its market value, gone. Banks cut credit. Partners bailed. Key employees jumped ship. This business empire was crumbling before our eyes. Zhou Jingxian and Zhao Monli scrambled everywhere for a lifeline. Doors slammed in their faces. Now couldn't run fast enough. Lawyer Qin informed me. Zhou Group under investigation. Zhou Jingxian, as legal representative and de facto controller, barred from leaving the country. And his previous attempt to funnel assets to offshore accounts? Frozen by the banks. At the pretrial mediation for the divorce, I finally saw Zhou Jingxian. Just a few days, and he looked a decade older. sunken eyes, unkempt stubble. That expensive suit couldn't hide the defeat and venom seeping from his pores. Zhao Manli didn't show. Rumor has it she's bedridden. In the mediation room, Zhou Jingxian stared me down. Pure, unadulterated hatred in his eyes. But more than that, the frantic desperation of a cornered animal. His voice was a ragged scrape. Xing Ziyi, what do you want? To drive my family into the grave? Take down the evidence. I'll agree to the divorce. The assets, we can talk. I sat across from him. Poised, elegant. My voice was glacial. Zhou Jingxian. There is nothing to talk about. Lawyer Qin has already submitted the divorce petition to the court. I demand you leave with nothing. And pay me 200 million in compensation for emotional distress. You illegally hid and transferred marital assets. Will be recovered. Every last penny. 2 billion to leave with nothing? You're dreaming. Zhou Jingxian slams the table and leaps to his feet. Like a cornered animal. Xing Ziyi, don't push me too far. If you back me into a corner, I'm capable of anything. Your parents, Zhou Jingxian. I rise, my gaze sharp as a blade, piercing him. I'm warning you. If you so much as lay a finger on my parents, I swear to you, you and your mother will spend the rest of your lives behind bars. And it won't just be for financial crimes. I mean every word. My presence completely overwhelms his. Zhou Jingxian stares at my icy, resolute, utterly fearless eyes, as if seeing me for the first time. He opens his mouth, but in the end, that crazed fury deflates like a punctured balloon. He slumps back into his chair, burying his head in his hands with a pained whimper. Faced with ironclad evidence and a looming investigation, the pressure is too much. Zhou Jingxian is forced to sign a divorce agreement. The divorce agreement, heavily favoring me, stipulates that Zhou Jingxian voluntarily forfeits all real estate, vehicles, bank deposits, stocks, including his now severely devalued shares in the Zhou Group, and all other marital assets. He is to compensate Xing Ziyi with 200 million yuan in damages for emotional distress. As most of his assets are frozen, this will be paid in installments. And through the transfer of some remaining assets, Zhou Jingxian must publicly apologize to Xing Ziyi and her family. The moment he signs, Zhou Jingxian looks up. His eyes are bloodshot as he stares at me. There's no hate left. Only an endless void of despair. He knows he's lost. Lost completely. Left with nothing. I don't spare him another glance. I take my copy of the agreement and turn to leave. Stepping out of the courthouse, the sunlight is blinding. But it feels wonderfully warm and bright to me. The heavy boulder crushing my heart is finally gone. Soon after, the Zhou Group is declared bankrupt and liquidated. Due to severe accounting fraud, illegal fundraising, and tax evasion, the court found him guilty of tax evasion and other charges, ordering bankruptcy liquidation. As the directly responsible executive, Zhou Jingxian is convicted on multiple counts of financial crimes, and sentenced to 12 years in prison, plus fines. With her son imprisoned and the family fortune gone, Zhao Manli. She had a stroke, was paralyzed, and sent to a nursing home. Ling Weiwei tried to spread fabricated so-called dirt about me online, but netizens saw right through it. She was detained by police for trying to harm me. In the end, she was sentenced to 1 year in prison. Her life was forever tarnished by an inerasable stain. My life finally returned to peace, no. It truly began anew. With a portion of that compensation, I bought my parents a comfortable retirement home. I arranged for them the best medical care. With the other part, I pursued my own dreams. I founded an independent design studio. Its name is Heart's Voice. The studio isn't large, but it holds all my passion and talent. I am no longer someone's wife, someone's accessory. I am just Xing Ziyi, a designer who rose from the ruins and took back control of her own life. My work, infused with genuine life experience and resilient strength, actually gained market recognition and critical acclaim. Occasionally in the financial or society news, I'd see a fleeting mention of the Zhou family's ruins. My heart was undisturbed. Those people and events had long been left far behind by time and by my own heart's voice. One sunny afternoon, I was by my studio window, revising a design. My business partner and friend handed me a cup of coffee. She smiled. There's an industry mixer tonight. Lots of potential clients. Let's go check it out. I took the coffee, smiled, and nodded. Okay. Outside, the sky was clear blue with drifting clouds. I know the road ahead is still long. Storms may come. But I am no longer afraid. Because I've proven. I have the strength and the wisdom to protect myself. To guard those I love. And to create my own brilliant life. Xingzi's heart's voice is only just beginning now. And that man who once brought her endless darkness. And everything about him, long ago, under the law and the tide of the times, turned into insignificant dust. He can't affect her. Her path is clear. Leads to a sun-drenched future, every step firm and sure.